Welcome. Where's that music? All right, everyone. Welcome to the Leafcast. Dan, how are you doing?
Great.
The music's supposed to be starting. It's taking a sweet time.
No, I hear it.
Oh, there it is. And welcome to the Leafcast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series The Wheel of Time. And if you're not familiar with the first-time reader show, we got people who are reading the books for the first time. Brother Dan and I, this is our second time.
It's our second time.
We're just making it nice and simple. I'm currently celebrating the end of this book. Not my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
But it's we got first time readers who are diligently coping with their feelings about this book. We're gonna talk to them. We are wrapping up at Path of Daggers and moving on to book 9, which greener pastures, right, Dan?
Bella's a hella fine fella.
My Bella bad?
She makes me into quivering hot jelly, Ryan.
All right, well, we're talking episode 142, and we're doing chapters 26 through the end of the book. And let's bring on our first-time readers. I think they're just finishing up right now.
Oh, there went a page. Hi,
that.
Crystal. Oh, she's wiping away tears.
Show, right?
Sup?
Hi, guys.
Hi. Happy end of Path of Daggers. Yay!
Thank God. Fuck.
A little bit, yeah.
Well,
bet.
tell us what you feel.
This book sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be that aggressive with it. I would just say the book was not my favorite, so far of the Robert Jordan stuff, but there are lots of drinking obligations in these chapters, so that's fun.
There are a few. This book does take a little turn from how Jordan generally does things. He generally kind of has a bow at the end of a book. This one, not so much. This one is a definite cliffhanger. We have Fael getting captured. We have who knows what's going on with the white with the black algae and such. And
what does it mean that Rand? The last thing we hear about Rand is that then he found pain. Maybe that's not the last thing, but it's like the second to the last thing. I was like,
I feel like there are so many things we have to discuss about this. Like there's Josh.
Dude, I've never had trouble finishing our readings, but this book, every single show, I had a hard time finishing.
I know you're such a dark friend more than ever.
I'm sorry, but this book was bad. I didn't like it.
Thank you so much for your generosity, Matt Stagger. And thanks for being with us every week. You were the best.
Don't worry, it was just a page from the end of the book. I didn't have any writing.
Oh, Matt Stagger.
Hi, Matt Stagger.
Keep ripping Josh Pod can lose.
I know, he just ripped the book like it was Pelosi ripping up Trump's speech.
I would use for fire starter if I could.
Oh, he didn't say Trump hates. Did you say Trump hates speech or just Trump speech?
Trump's speech. He did a speech, and as soon as it was done, she ripped that shit up. And then like what Josh just did about the daggers.
I agree with Ryan. There's interesting things to learn. There's definitely tidbits of information, but it just wasn't enjoyable to read for me personally. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. But
was it all the ladies that begin with SE and have an A and an I in their name, all talking to each other at the same point? When you're like, I don't even know.
It doesn't help, especially when you don't give a shit about who they are, because they're disposable characters with complicated names.
They're disposable characters, but I do think that a couple of them do some kind of cool things.
Look, okay, I'm going to be honest. I felt like this was Robert Jordan getting a paycheck.
Getting a what?
Whoa.
I could have not.
What is
He
that?
could have not been paid this month or these year. I would have been much happier.
Oh no! Are you?
I literally think that about this book. I think it was filler, and I think that it was him getting a fucking paycheck, and not really like leading the story on.
You don't think the story progressed much?
I think no.
Okay.
It didn't.
I have to agree with that. Like, ultimately, I don't think that this book brought the story forward all that much. It really did feel like, okay, we're doing all the same kind of ish things. Like, there was a lot of repetition for me too. So,
Okay.
I don't think he dialed it in. I don't think he dialed it in, Liz Jr. I think that it was necessary for his life, probably. But I think, like, we could have been on book 13 now instead of book 8. I don't know what's going to happen in between, but
yeah, I do want to know.
To think that it's going to be that amazing at this point after having read this book, and maybe that will change. I'm hopeful, but that's where I'm at right now.
You sound so.
I dig it.
To this point, you can almost argue that all this book did was move the plot forward. Like, it was just designed to propel like events towards an end. A lot of shit happens.
I mean, yeah, the Black Tower. We have Rebel Ashaman now. Like,
in the last 3 fucking chapters.
Yeah,
sure, it happened. I get that that's how he writes, but I fucking hate it. I hate it.
We got Celine Lanfear is back. That was fun.
Yes, he's back.
That's it.
Like I said, you learn stuff, but I could have learned it in like 100-page novella.
Novella.
No, that's what they said about the Bible.
That's what they said about. Yeah, that's why they cut all the good books out of the Bible.
Yeah,
Stuff, man. Go read.
Yeah. The Gnostic Bibles. Yeah.
Gospel according to Thomas. You know,
I was gonna say Tim or Tom.
Gospel according to Thomas is the good one. It's hard.
Gospel according to Enoch.
According to Thomas has a baby Jesus or a young Jesus.
That sweet baby Jesus.
His friend makes fun of him. He kills him, and then another guy he makes like an old man. He makes bald, and everyone laughs at him. Like young Jesus is kind of a little
trickster. He's a Loki.
He's a little Loki.
Oh, cute, Josh! Look at this. Right.
Thank you. I don't know. I can't. It's just where I'm at. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Because
I dig it, man. I don't want you to.
Like, I want to love the series too, but this book sucks.
Noman Garden. What the fuck? You're so
Gospel according to Biff. What do they call that? The School of Hard Knocks?
They should have if they didn't. Good one, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, you're a magic man, and you're like 12. Of course.
Roll the credit card. Nice fast deck.
Well, we did finish this book, and we are going to kind of skim through these chapters a little bit quicker, I think, tonight, to be honest, because I don't know if there's a whole lot to talk about. I was going through it, and I'm like, yeah, there's stuff to talk about, but there's being how there's only 5 chapters left, there is a little bit of frivolity just kind of thrown in here. But we see saying
Which one?
she is part of the hunters of the Black Aja.
So foggy. Okay.
She finds a person she's looking for, Zara Daka.
All right, no, this shit was interesting. All right. So now you can't. This first off, Dan, your lighting is sublime. Dan's on location. He's in a bunker. We can't. His FBI. He gets called up every 2 weeks for FBI training. It's a thing.
Witness
I'm in a different
protection
time
is
zone.
the
Let's keep
bench
this down.
sometimes.
Yeah. He's got like microphones stuck to the walls. He's listening to his neighbors.
I'm sorry. What's
It's
that?
gross. It's
Hold on,
gross.
just a sec.
That's called Ryan. That's called the boar.
Is this the boy? Yeah. He claims he's like acting like Edward Snowden, but he's just perving on his neighbors.
Oh,
He's not perving. He's recording for the man.
Yes. Well, speaking of perv, we do have a couple drinking obligations right off the bat. First paragraph. Tell me if this qualifies. Quote, difficult to ignore when they slipped under her skirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
slip up her skirts.
Slip under.
Under. Nice.
Even better.
Yonder.
Mm.
I had to underline the next sentence. Her rooms were warm and comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the next page, there I underlined quote quivering hot jelly.
Uh-huh. It's just too
Yeah,
much.
Ryan, you know what you thought what I thought, right? Quivering hot jelly.
Lou.
No. No.
Eat it up for sure.
The Rick Santorum?
No, a jellyfish that you catch and put in a microwave. Have you never done that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, like the jellyfish you threw at me on the beach in New York one day, and you hurt me. You hurt me bad with the jellyfish.
They were dead. They were like white, clear white. You could see through them. They were dead. I threw a dead jellyfish at you.
Yeah, it hurt like a motherfucker.
It did not.
I never forgot it. I welted. It was my first welt.
What?
First of many. Oh yeah, I had a jellyfish welts all over my body. It was like I look like I look like it was like the leeches from Stand By Me, but no, it was just
One
jellyfish
guy in
welt.
this world's allergic to the Atlantic Ocean. And I think it's Ryan.
Right on the tip.
I almost drowned. I
Oh,
almost
geez,
drowned in
Ryan.
that ocean.
Quote, Zara did not hesitate in going down.
Jesus.
Ryan, I'm pretty sure that's called hives.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna.
I mean, I'm just saying.
There we go. Jump.
Pretty sure it's
When it's thrown at high velocity and it hits your skin, it's like it's just hurt like
It's hive velocity.
high velocity. Oh, hello, Reese Aludra.
hey bitches, we got Dovey in the house.
We got Dovey, we got Aussie, Nelman Garden, Spring Flame.
I mean, I love Reese also, but sorry, I was just about to announce Dovey, and you're like, "Hey, we got Reese." I'm like, wait.
Right.
They could be both equally celebrated.
I'm glad you flew well, my dove.
Okay, viscosity is a great word.
Disgusting. Yeah, quivering hot jelly.
Okay, I was behind a car. It was the worst. His license plate. Basically, I think it was equanimity. Right, so it was like EQNMTMI. Right, like it was equanimity, and I was like, what a. I kind of loved it.
Cute equanimity.
I believe in equanimity. I wanted
I don't
to.
know. I don't
for
care.
it.
Sorry. I do care, but I'm not sure what.
What the fuck?
Nice, Nelman Garden.
So let's talk a tiny bit about this oath rod. They
Dude,
brought
I think we got a crowdsource drinking obligation here.
I need you for something. Well, that's obviously okay.
Come
on.
with me, yes.
I'm with you, no. We do. This is the game of audience
I
participation.
had another one.
Please.
Well, not a girl precisely.
Okay.
I mean, he did write it, so
I love it.
Girl, precisely.
Well, not a girl precisely.
And I know that only because I'm fondling you and figuring it out. Like, is that the sex? Okay.
I
I'm
don't.
just
Yeah,
going
I don't know. Let's just.
question much more than that because that's not. It sounds good to me.
So they go down into the
Drake.
deepest part of the White Tower. Down. Open door. Down. Open trap door. Downstairs. Another door. This is one of those twisty stairways.
Uh-oh.
Then they
Somebody's
go. There's another door, and then there's an escalator.
So was this who asked them to do this? Elida or someone else?
Elida, I think. Right?
This is who Elida. This is the byproduct of the yellow that Elida went to, asking her to do something that she wouldn't
Yes,
ever have done.
I believe so.
And then this was before what Aviarin came back in and was like, "Oh no, this won't do. This won't do. You're not going to send this. Here's the decrees you're sending."
Right.
Yeah. So they use the oath rods.
Yeah, they oath rod off.
We learned that as an Aes Sedai, you have the right to you kind of have to go to you got to check it out at the checkout room. You got to fill out, find the clipboard or something saying, "I'm taking this oath rod," like a library, I guess. But I guess any Aes Sedai has claim to use anyone they want. That's kind of cool.
The oath rod?
Any Terangrial. But yeah, the oath rod as well. But she didn't go through the proper channels. She didn't send the form in, sign a duplicate, send it over to HR. HR has to prove it. They got to give it to their immediate supervisor and her immediate supervisor's boss.
We need 3 copies. 2
Yeah,
triplicate. Yeah.
copy.
I got in so much trouble for one of these kind of things the other day.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, you went down to the deepest basement. Did you go down the stairs?
Tell us all about it, Josh.
The singular says,
It
open
was
the
more
trap door.
No, this is going up the chain of command, not down into the basement.
Did you complain about your boss to your boss's boss?
I tried to do something that the top boss said was against policy, and everyone in between me and them got in trouble, which is like 5 bosses.
Well, that's
So
not
all that shit rolled downhill.
Yeah. No, I didn't. No. Everyone else got shit. I didn't really. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just I asked for something they told me they would give me, and they didn't.
So you
and
took
everybody
it?
else got in trouble?
So he hacked into the
What
net.
did I just say? I'm sorry.
Well,
Uh-huh.
so what's done is done. You live in
It's
the.
really difficult to feel bad for
Little.
you, Josh, when I know nothing about the details of what has happened here in this
Little.
situation. So unless you want to elaborate and tell me everything, I don't feel like I can feel bad for you in this moment. I'm kidding. I don't really. I mean, but
Yeah.
also,
I'm not asking for any feeling bad.
I know. He sells portable laundry machines.
obviously that
You use portable laundry machines, Ryan?
Used portable laundry machines.
I feel like I see
You can
work.
put it on your back and take it on the bus with you while you're doing your laundry.
That's right.
If you want to make a video where you pretend you're stuck in a laundry machine, he'll bring it to
These are
you.
dirty, Kay. How did
I
that happen?
know. It's castor oil. I've been rubbing and drink.
Okay.
Castor oil.
Yeah.
What are you, that little girl who's feeding a sick Tom and Jerry?
Oh,
That's what I said.
Guess what, Brother Dan? I'll have you know that castor oil has so many benefits. Look at my mouth. My eczema is like almost gone, and I've only used it for 24 hours. So
I was
I
going to
thought you were going to
say,
say it has great, fantastic lubricating qualities, but that's fine.
well, I think it has many qualities. I'm using it for other reasons at the moment, but I should not with it.
How did it get on your glasses?
Anyways, it's stuck on my glasses, and I'm a little
That's
concerned.
good question.
If you
Get some rubbing alcohol, and put them on there.
a caster is the
It's
wheel
like
under an
rainbow.
office chair.
it's
Castor
really
is that incestuous weirdo who lives in the forest on the other side of the wall.
Hey, Castor,
Castor
go
the
back
friendly
to your
ghost.
cell. Don't make me whip you with the hose.
No, Castor the
I
friendly
feel like
ghost.
it's like more like a bad child in a bad movie.
I
Castor.
like it.
No,
Are
that's
you,
slot.
are you being bad again?
What? No.
Are you being a bad girl? Sorry.
No, the plan that they have with this oath rod is essentially, all right, we are going to swear the three oaths again,
Inside of you.
and then say we're not a dark friend, right? That sounds pretty reasonable, right? All right, I promise I'm not going to use one power to hurt someone. I promise I'm not going to make a weapon. Promise I can't say nothing that's not the truth. I'm not a Black Aja. Next, pass it. Everyone's like, fine, this is a piece of cake. Well, apparently one of the four that went into the little cabal, what's her name? Freaking
Nope, what?
wait, something. Fuck.
I love that comment so
Wait.
much. I love this comment so much.
I know.
Talene.
I'm definitely not.
I wake up like
Robert
early.
Jordan has abused me with these books for several
No,
years.
I carry the weight of responsibility over my shoulders. It's a heavy burden.
Ooh.
It's like having a kid when you're a mobster and you're like,
Time is
sorry
nothing.
about the life you're about to live, kid.
Yeah, the other
Wish
day
Better
Josh
for you.
was doing his I Ching numbers, which he likes to do at every winter solstice, and he had to stop because he just found himself just tallying drinking responsibilities from the I Ching itself.
And
Yeah,
interpreting
true.
bat bones. Ryan, remember we threw bat bones and he was like, wait a minute, did you see that? We're like, what?
Yep,
He's like,
We're-
never mind.
we've
he
been
wouldn't
screwed.
follow it.
Yeah. No, no, yeah, no.
Are
Let me
we-
throw-
Did we
Dude, I
start?
throw the Euro stocks for this all the time. I'm sorry, Kate. What?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Did we start with chapter 27 or 26?
Six.
We are on the extra bit, which I think is a drinking obligation.
The extra bit. I love it. Yes.
I don't know.
Of course, it's a drinking obligation. The extra.
Okay.
Sorry.
So they catch one, man. It worked. So we find that they can unswear the oaths. So we see that it doesn't like stack. It replaces.
It's a replacement effect in D&D parlance.
Right. Which I don't think that we actually knew. So now we have confirmation that the whole logic about the Black Aja.
So all they have to do when they induct a new Black Aja is use the oath rod in the tower to remove the three oaths. That's the important bit.
Wait,
Yeah.
but Black Aja, or is that the other tower? Because this is the part that I was confused about. So I'm glad we're talking about it. Like,
Not the black, the Black Tower she's referring to. No, that's the male Chandler's. He's talking about the Black Aja in the White Tower.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
If you consider that everyone ever brought into the Black Aja were converted at the White Tower, it's pretty easy to understand how they've removed their three oaths at this point.
Well, and they're doing it so they can live longer, right? Like it's like retired.
No, they're doing it so they can lie and kill people. Black Aja. They aren't sworn to the three oaths anymore.
Who am I thinking of then?
You're thinking of the Usherman.
I'm thinking of I'm thinking of the ones,
You're thinking of the ladies from
the other
outside.
channelers. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, they're not Black Aja though. What's going
The
on?
No, you're right. You're right. And that is the thing. Like there is an issue with the aging and the oath rod and all that.
Yeah, I get it though. That's not what you were talking. I get it. Okay, sorry.
what are they called? The
kin?
circle, the knitting circle. Oh, the kin, right?
Uh-huh.
The knitting circle.
The knitting circle. What a weird.
Mhm.
I don't like it. I don't like what he called it, but whatever.
It gives a witchy thing to a bunch of stuff.
Because they're old ladies.
They're okay because they're able to be old ladies, because they're able to grow
Dan,
and age for forever, and
I
it's
think
not
they all look like Ruth Bader
exactly.
Ginsburg.
It's not like a gossip type of knitting circle, as much as it is like a retirement home, like a retirement not home place
Oh no!
for people to just
I think you just walked right into that.
be
That's really
free.
funny.
Yes, foot out of mouth, trying to.
We do meet a very
see
very
him.
powerful woman who is who I assume in my mind looked like the Where's the Beef lady, and she's apparently more powerful than Nynaeve herself, and I can't remember her name right now.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't understand all this weaviness and like
The weaviness,
yeah, the like weaves, right? And which is the weaves, and then a knitting circle. Why are we combining these
It's
things?
witchy.
Is there something
It's
combined?
a witchy. It's like a witchy thing. That's what I think.
Is it?
I think that's what he's drawing from.
Ooh, witchy woman.
But
maybe it's a play on.
Brother Dan looking back over his shoulder,
But it's so common. for
checking out
everybody.
the ass of the knitting circle lady walking in the other direction. You know the one I'm talking about.
Which one?
The meme of the guy looking over his shoulder while the girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want that of Brother Dan, and it's a knitting circle woman. Like,
Well, who's my girlfriend who's mad at me?
Nynaeve.
Oh no!
Oh, you're doomed.
The angriest one of them all.
You're doomed. Just
obviously.
So fucking fucked.
all.
Well, all right. So this chapter leads then to Toby and Ghazal, and I want to talk about what goes on here. She's like, I am going to take on this Black Tower. I hear there's only like 4. They say that there's a whole bunch of them, but I think there's only 4 or 5 of these dudes who can channel. I'm going to go. She runs into Logain.
Sorry, I just literally spotted. Did we say this drinking obligation? For a time, she fingered her correspondence box.
Oh, Jesus, nice. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's
What?
my new name for it.
Is the correspondence box?
Yeah. Yeah.
It smells off the tongue.
Oh,
That's amazing.
actually,
All right.
Correspondence.
Can
Yeah.
Pie Prime. Do they actually use sewing machines? Anyways, hey, say hi to Can Pie Prime, KPP.
is that how you pronounce
All right,
this?
so here's
I have
what
no
happened.
idea.
Can pie?
Logan captures her and a couple of the other women,
That's
and he does something weird here, guys.
Uh-huh.
He says, "My apologies, sister, but this is how we learn to do it." And then he kissed her. She had only a heartbeat to realize his lips were touching hers. Then sight vanished, and warmth flooded through her. More than warmth, she
border
was
bond.
melted honey
Wife
inside,
border bonds, right?
bubbling honey, rushing towards a boil. She was a harp string vibrating faster and faster, vibrating to invisibility and faster still. She was a thin crystal vase quivering on the brink of shattering. The harp string broke, the vase shattered. Ah! End quote. Did that kiss, guys?
Rocked her
Yeah.
world.
All right.
Yes, yes, it
what
did.
has happened here?
Mhm. It rocked her world. Yes, it did. Mhm.
You think it was a water bond thing?
I don't know.
It's the wife bond. He even says it here.
Oh,
I could have done without the extra bit, he sighed, patting a horse's neck. The animal snorted, but it no longer leaped about. Yet I suppose it's necessary. You're hardly a wife.
cute.
What? What am I missing?
I don't
out here?
understand. They're hardly a wife because
Remember, the Asherman know how to bond their wives as warders.
And by kissing him. Okay, yeah.
Now we know how it's done.
And they
what it
pretty much
feels like
come
on
from
woman's
it?
side. What?
Like, it seemed like it was a pretty pleasurable experience for this woman.
Until
I
it
felt
shattered and she was like, fuck.
Well,
Ah.
yeah, and it's called A Little
Right.
Death in Japan or something. Orgasms are. I mean, gosh. I mean, all right, guys, first poll.
ready to flay with her tongue.
First poll? What's the poll?
Did we do that?
Did Tovine climax?
Flay.
No, dude,
Yay
it says
or nay?
she did not realize the sound had come from her gaping.
See?
I don't. Okay, Jesus, do we even need the poll then? Asked,
Is that
asked
queef?
and answered.
About queefing, Josh?
Yeah.
No, okay. No, I would never think to talk about such a topic on this show.
Neither would I.
Panting, she stared up at the male face above her.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole paragraph is a drinking obligation. She wondered who it belonged to? Like, I mean, it's not good.
It's not
Right.
good.
It's
It's not good at all.
to look at.
Light Logan, did you take a second one?
Bonka, bonka, bonka. Okay.
So, yeah, to me, it seemed like it was her
But it
toes.
implies, taking a second one implies that there are other Aes Sedai who have been taken by the Black Tower as warders. And later, Min sees a vision in which articulate a vision in which she sees one of the Aes Sedai married to a male channeler.
Yeah. Wait.
Dan, are you okay?
Yep. No, I was letting you keep going.
All right.
No, that is true. Yeah. I besides that wife line, I didn't remember. I know that they said that some of the guys yeah, I'm not sure. I never connected these.
You
two.
never read this as him taking her as a wife?
Not once.
Wow. Okay. What did you think, Kay? Kay?
I didn't. I don't know.
I thought he just subdued her. Like it was his way of like chilling her the fuck out.
No, I think this. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I wonder if anyone else in chat. I'm not looking at chat right now, but I wonder if people in chat ever read this as him doing to her what's his face had figured out with the wives that allows them to be connected.
Okay, if it is a wife thing, is it as like bad as Alana bonding Rand? I mean, is this is non-consensual shit nonetheless?
Yes, this is. I think this is the same as Alana bonding Rand.
Yeah.
That's how I read it.
Whew.
That's why there's all these sexual metaphors in it, and that's why she's like offended.
That's why she came. Like she totally came.
No,
Like,
I mean, I think
undoubtedly.
that it's. I think
Look,
that
this is again. I mean, I don't want to get into it. I'm sorry, Kay. Go ahead.
No, go, Josh, go.
Please say what you're going to say. I'll remember.
I don't remember
Fuck,
already.
I'm sorry. I suck.
No, don't be sorry.
I mean, I don't want to get into it because this is the thing, but like, yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
I
I
agree,
like
though.
that. I like it.
Same thing. Yeah, it does not feel consensual. And this felt really, yeah, it does feel non-consensual. Like, I don't know how else to say that other than that way.
Mhm.
What do they call it when the Ace and I sense compulsion along the water bond? They had a term for it.
Mm.
Nudging or something, or they had a term for it last book when we learned that that was possible. And I think this is the same thing. I think it's them exploiting the Ashaman, exploiting the bond. And it might be like, this is something that we've never seen before, where a male and a female channeler are interlinked. This is the first time we see what that looks like from the inside and from the outside, ultimately.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we got to see if she like.
And again, Min's vision later on just reified for me that that's what happened here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Min's visions are always, it always feels like that's like the end all be all. Like, okay, well, Min had that vision and then it happened. So,
Like I said, there's plenty of shit to learn in these books. They just aren't fun to. This one just wasn't fun to read. I don't know why.
So just to be sure, so twice that day, Logan's like, "Hey, come here, lady."
I don't know. No, I don't think it's implied to this twice. I just think that he has two women bound to him with the kiss.
Okay.
It's not necessarily today.
Well, that's what the guy said.
He doesn't say today. He just says, "Did you take a second one?"
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I thought it was that day. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Did you take a second one? The Amhile wouldn't like that. I don't think he likes taking any. Maybe it won't matter, though, you two being so close and all.
You know, I think you.
Oh. You two being so close and all.
yeah. Saying take, like that one word is the
It's
clincher for me. That's an easy, like, okay, this is not something that shows, like, right. It kind of sums it all up.
So she takes it pretty well. I mean, it says at the end, quote, Logan told her what she had done, and she put her head against that wide chest, not caring at all how big he was, and wept.
That's what?
She was going to make Eli pay for this. She vowed if Logan ever let her, she would. That last was an especially bitter thought. But, I mean, she was hugging that big, wide chest, face all snuggled in. Weep.
If Logan ever let her, she would. It's like, it's clear that it's compulsion or something like that, right? Like, she's in his command.
Yes.
Her eyelids.
Okay, yeah, that was, yeah. That's an interesting point. Yeah.
Logan. You've been Loganed.
All right, Wadaholic has a question, guys.
Does Dan have lockjaw?
Do you think that Logan is friends with Taim?
It even says it right here. Close, Vinchova? Logan said Riley, if the Amhile had his way, I'd be hoeing turnips with the new boys, or buried under the field. He added in a mutter. She did not think he meant to be hurt.
I fucking hate
he's close.
Wow.
What?
It's amazing.
Close and your enemy's closer? I mean, maybe.
Okay. Well, is there anything else in chapter 26 that we did not touch on that you wanted to mention?
Oh my goodness. Only.
So are these bad guys?
The extra bit.
The extra bit.
Well, I mean, connect this up with my question about whether they are the fucking Swarshasen. Yeah, maybe they're the bad guys. Are they Nazis in Robert Jordan parlance? Or are they people we're supposed to think are fighting a good fight? And what does that say about Robert Jordan if it's the latter?
We find out that Loyal's writing Mein Kampf.
Jeez.
Or
Well,
the
he's
Am-
also writing smut.
Emperor's writing Kampf.
Anyway,
Maybe Loyal's writing smut also because the rod dropped from her hands and her eyelids fluttered. Did we do that one? Did we do that
No,
one?
we didn't.
Okay.
No.
yeah, good one.
Nice. She had no desire at all to reach for the haft.
The haft shaft? The haft of the shaft?
Oh, here's another community
Delicately.
suggestion.
Delicately, she wove spirit to touch the frame that contained her bond. Had to be delicate. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Neman Garden. This is actually what I was referring to about the compulsion part of the Aes Sedai over their warders.
No, he's just giving us a drinking obligation.
Well, also, he's double delivering as usual.
Okay.
Amazing.
Delicately, she wove spirit and okay.
Touched him. What sort of explosion might transpire? I mean, come on.
Kabloo.
The best kind of explosion.
Well, some people think.
Poink. To where someone goes, what she did.
I know.
Right.
I was like gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna give my version, and I was, and then I was like, no, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
I was just like, biting my lip, like, good. And that's great. Yes, guys.
Oh, Mr. Gentleman.
Podcast as puppet is a good idea.
Good idea.
Mr. Gentleman, you're living up to your name.
Yeah. I hope that his alt account is Mr. Scholar. So he's Mr.
Maybe
Gentleman.
they're not a he at all. Maybe they're they them.
Their account. I'm gonna get another drink. I'll be right back.
Well, it's VR at the end, so maybe
No, just don't go. Okay, I'm kidding.
Wait,
Just
while
come
he's
back
going,
quickly.
All right, let's jump to chapter 27. It's Min's POV. It's called The Bargain. It has a rising sun of Kyrian. If you look off to the east, you can see above that broken tower the rising. Anyway, Min's reading her old boyfriend's book, Herod Fell. Reason and Unreason.
It took me a minute, but
Sounds like a boring book.
to be or not to be.
I bet you it doesn't have any pictures. Not one drawing.
I want a book with pictures.
What's wrong with that? Let's see. She's just hanging out in Rand's room. She's just being like bored, reading
Yeah.
the book.
Super bold, looking at his ass.
Think she's getting a little horny.
A little bit.
Like, I just want Rand to walk in. Like, God, I just want Rand to walk in. And what do you know? Rand walks in. And she's like, whoa, I manifested it. I made it happen. We did skip 2 drinking obligations, though. First off, quote, bundled her over the side of the nearest table.
Yes. Terrain.
Quote, she made herself bend back over.
Mhm. I like
yeah, Rand's back. She's like, yay. Maidens are not happy. As soon as Rand and Min are about to get some sexy time, in come 3 maidens. Oh, by the way, there's like a shit ton of maidens outside. When Min looks outside, there's a shit ton of maidens. They know that Rand's back. They're all outside. They're all playing like rock, paper, scissors. They call it knife, paper, rock or something. But it's pretty much rock, paper, scissors, right? And apparently that's what they're playing. They're trying to see who gets to beat the shit out of the Karakhan. So he's taking his shirt off. He's like, it's like the classic hockey move where he's like all bound up. They catch him, just start racking him in the ribs. Boom, 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 right in the ribs. Boom, boom, punch in the stomach. Boom, boom, pow, smack. Think of all the Batman sound effect things that the pow, kaboom, splat. Every one of them, he got hit. They didn't hit his wound. That was off limits. And I don't think they hit his balls. Because just in case baby dragons, right? But they hit.
No, they kicked him. They kicked him in the crotch right to start.
Oh, okay. They went right for the gobbies. Right for the goblin pouch.
Goblin pouch.
The gobbies.
Wait, are you telling me Gobby in Harry Potter? is
I
a
know.
squirrel?
I heard that too. Like, go.
You really just grossed me out.
I-
That was
Yeah, don't go there,
He's
Josh.
in a dirty sack the whole
That was-
time.
All right, so that was a phrase that we used to call the kid, like the kids and I used to call it the goblin sack. We're like, or the goblin pouch. Oh, right, the goblin pouch. So, and I would say it like a soccer announcer, like, oh, right in the goblin pouch, and then we'd say right in the gobbies, like we're like we're some stupid Cockney dude. And my apologies to our stupid Cockney friends.
Wait, who's we? Who else was that?
My apologies.
I did it, but my
Oh,
kid.
Ryan.
If I asked my kids right now, if I said, "Where are your gobbies?" they would know exactly where they are.
Ooh,
That's
right in
awesome.
the gummies. I know what I'm doing the next time I see you, brother Dan.
Right in the gobbies,
No.
Right in the gummies.
right in the goblin pouch. Oh no,
Get your phones ready, people.
I got tough skin.
Uh-oh.
So top
It is-
inners? That's the question.
It's so rad that Min is trying to seduce Rand, and Rand is like trying to like still like poo-poo it, or like is just such a downer. She's like, yeah, she's all getting horny, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, Adley's dead, and I killed him, and she's like, I
Wait,
don't want to
what?
hear that. Come on. She's like, yeah, maybe we should go to the bedchamber. She says that perhaps the bedchamber was a very good idea. No matter how forward it was, making herself smile and blushing when she realized it. She also gripped the front of his shirt, preparing to rip it from his
Yeah,
back.
she did.
Dobrain had come in. Dobrain's a wet blanket. He's like, blah, blah, blah. She gets
I
mad
don't know what
because
blanket means.
She's like, I'm not gonna get us tea, stupid. And she's like all mad because he sent Dobrain letters. She only got 2 letters saying, hey, be careful. Hey, I'll be back soon. Don't trust anyone. Peace, Rand. Second one, I told you not to trust anyone. I meant it. Peace, Rand. And she's like, great, those letters suck. Dobrain got all kinds of letters, but guess what? He's running a country, lady. Anyways, he finds out about the bargain. And apparently this is the bargain that took place when Rand was in that ship and then got claustrophobia. Kind of had a panic attack.
Hang on. Isn't this a drinking obligation?
Yes.
His rather considerable ardor was more heated afterwards, too.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know if that
Another
counts.
one. Quote, Rand crooked a finger and they came.
Okay, yeah.
Because, guys, that's G-spot, right? I'm just kidding. That doesn't make sense. Let me see what else.
Come, he said loudly.
What?
Huh?
Come, he said loudly.
Come, he said that.
Nice.
Come!
Come now. With
So here's what the Rand. Here's Rand. Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news? He's like, just give me the good news. He's like, oh, the good news is you get all their ships. You want to use their ship? No questions asked. You get to use their boats. Ask me about the bad news. I don't want to hear the bad news. All right, what's the bad news? All right, first off, this is part of the bargain. Let's see. The Dragon Reborn won't change any laws of the Althonmi area as he's done to like Tyr and Alien. He's like, fine. It's like you got to give the Althonmi area a square mile of land of every place that you conquer that has a coast. And he's like, all right, cool, fine. What else? What else? And they're like, holy shit, you can't do that. And he's like, what else? I said. Thirdly, the Dragon Reborn, quote, agrees to keep an ambassador chosen by the Althonmi with him at all times. And he's all, what the fuck? No. He said, fourthly, Dragon Reborn agrees to go promptly to a summons from the mistress of the ships, but not more than twice in 3 consecutive years. And he's all, eat my gobbies. My
Dude, the
dragon
dude can fucking travel. What does he give a fuck?
Eat my, yeah.
Doesn't he really have to know what the ship looks like? And he can travel there? Wherever it is? All he has to do is know a place and he can travel there, right?
Yeah, I guess supposedly.
He learns a room on a ship and he fucking travels there when he needs to. Who gives a fuck?
Well, he doesn't
Like-
want to deal with these wretched creatures. They're
Maybe they just saved his ass by bringing winter on?
snively.
Saved humanity, for that matter, from dying of fucking a giant, dry spell from the heat.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Sure, and they got the coolest names. Okay, fine. Kind of the coolest names.
I love how the brain is like, but our taxes. No city can exist without port taxes.
But. And Rand's like,
Don't worry. You can figure this out. It's okay.
hey, buddy, I'm gonna stick them over by the train yard, dude. That's like the worst real estate over there. No, I'm gonna put them in an industrial. It's zoned for industrial. They don't have residential zoning. They don't have a school system. No, they're not gonna stay. No, don't worry about it. City Planning 101, Rand Althor. Let me see. So, all right, the maidens beat the shit out of him.
Tapped the tip.
Nice.
And I guess everything is not still okay with them, though, because they're still giving them the stink eye later. It was
Who?
weird.
The mistresses?
The maidens.
The maidens. Oh yeah, no. He just because he got beat down for his toe doesn't mean he's paid it off.
It seems like that's how it worked.
Well, for Egwene, because her sin was small, but Rand was a piece of shit.
No, and they made it pretty clear, not only physically but also with their words. Saying,
I don't think they've accepted him. I mean, they still are mad. They don't give a fuck.
You call him the son of a maiden.
We don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck.
Rand's like, I need to talk to Cat Swain. Tell Cat Swain to come here. Someone saying, hey, yeah, Cat Swain, she got your message. She's super stoked that you're back. She wants to finish this needle point. But she'll, once she's done sewing or darning, or what is it? Darning? Needling? Embroidering. Once she's done embroidering, she'll call you over. It'll be cool. She'll meet with you later. And Rand's like, this is not how the Dragon Reborn does things. Dragon Reborn doesn't like this, does he? He says in the third person. There's a couple drinking obligations. I underline, quote,
The term you're looking for is crochet.
Crochet. Is that what needlepoint is?
Yeah.
Okay. With like
Needlepoint.
the hoop?
No, needlepoint. I don't know.
No, with the hoop, it's embroidery, I think.
If needlepoint is with a needle, and that is embroidery. I don't know.
Is it embroidery or is it crochet?
The hook.
Ooh.
There's a little hook, right? But then
There is.
then they're like to knit there are the needles, right? So like it's, I mean, they're
Is
all
it darning? Is it
all
darning?
incredible.
Is she darning or doing something else?
Watch your mouth, dude.
No, if she's like darning socks or something, then she's
What is
just
the term? What is the term they use? Doing needlepoint?
embroidery.
Here, let me
It's like
see.
a big hoop. There's like a hoop that holds a piece of material topped in it so that you can.
Embroidery is a general term that encompasses needlepoint and cross stitch. It also
It says
includes
a piece
quilting.
of needlepoint.
Yeah, so quilting, needlepoint, and cross stitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Says perhaps she might be able to see you another day if she can find time. And
We know she's a badass because her pieces of art are amazing. That is true, Liz Jr.
Yeah, but 5,000 times with the prick of a needle is not that many times. It's not
That's
that
called a tattoo.
Yeah, right. Yes, John.
Nice.
I remember I saw a bumper sticker that says "Fuck yeah, it hurts," and it was from a tattoo shop.
I love
Drinking obligation quote: "Pleased to hear him groan."
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
That's dubious.
It's accomplishment. For
This
all
one's
women.
better. This one's better. Quote: "Dashiva gave a jerk as if coming."
Absolutely.
Okay.
The old Dashiva.
Good one. Good
It's all
one.
good. Thanks, Dashiva. Feeling this out. Can all count on wild-eyed, muttery Dashiva
Yes.
giving a jerk as if coming.
Yeah, Sheba.
Okay, so what do you think of Min's position in the eyes of the Aiel, Kai?
Oh. I don't really know. I hadn't really thought about like her position.
Yeah,
feel
like
like-
how is she oriented in relation to like the maidens and the wise ones and the Aiel, generally speaking? Like, do they respect her? Is she on equal footing, lesser? Do they see her like a sister, or do they see her like an ice and die?
No, I mean, I felt like they didn't see her as, somebody that they could trust. For one, they couldn't see her as somebody that they could ask
But doesn't
for anything or what?
doesn't Sora Leah kind of treat her as an equal though in the end? Where she like gives the nod to Min after she gives her reading.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's about, but it does initially, like it's been that consistent. Min's kind of an outsider, from like everybody else.
I feel like the Aiel have accepted her as an insider. I think once they learn that she had her ability, not only do they know what it is, but they accept it in a way that no Westerner ever has.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I could be totally fucking off base and wrong. I mean, that's why I was kind of curious how you read it.
No, it sounds good. I mean, I want to believe that they've accepted her like as an outsider, and it does kind of feel like that towards the end of the book. I feel like it feels like that more. We went through another Min section later on, so I think that I don't know. I felt like that yeah. If I was thinking about how they like connect, then I would feel like that was more so a little bit later, like not that much later because we're almost at the end.
Well, we should also keep in mind that Min was saying something that Sora Leo was agreeing with and wants Rand to pursue as well. So if Min had said, "Hey Rand, I don't know if you should trust these people," Sora Leo would have been like, "Back the fuck off, Wetlander. What do you know? This is between me and Karkarn."
But it seems like the way Sora Leo responds, it's like she knew Min would. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's how I read it.
No, I like it. I like it. We do learn from Cat Swain that there is a flaw in Kalendor. Did you think did either of you think that there was something wrong with this sword when Rand used it?
Not the first time, but definitely the second time when he killed Ashaman.
Right. Like, I mean, that was such a you did keep saying that there was something else going on, so it might be Kalendor, because that's just such a weird like shift, of stuff, basically. Like there's so many things that happen so quickly, and it's such a shift of power that and madness that happened. Like, why is that only due to the location kind of thing? And then
what happened with the male channeling that last time? What is everyone talking about? What did Rand feel?
It makes the taint really swole. And
is it the taint all swole, or is it?
It's a swole taint.
They have elephantitis. Taintus.
Yeah.
Elephant.
Bobby taint.
Elephantitis.
Well, Ryan, that's fucking disgusting. But okay.
Yeah, that's swollen taint. You never experienced it?
No, that's a good one.
Is that the G spot activation?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's a myth.
Prostate activation.
It's a myth. Let's talk about the Yetis and stuff too. Why don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the clitoris, another famous myth.
What? Come on, Ryan. I got a bridge to sell you in I don't know, Bermuda.
Oh, no.
Yep, I got a triangle to sell you.
What? You got to be like a fucking Japanese chef to be able to find that thing in there.
Bermuda, Bahama.
It's just so much going on.
Lol. I'm gonna kiss you, Ryan, and make you mine. Right now, you want me?
I do. That was not consensual, but
no, it never is.
I'm sure Robert Jordan's gonna just write my feelings away in the future.
I've done it. You're gonna bury your head into my big, fluffy, puppety chest and weep for joy.
You are like swole. You look swole right now. You look like you've just been working out.
No, I look like JFK Jr. or RFK Jr.
Yeah,
Like
can you talk like him? Yeah, I think.
Push-ups. I look like I talk much more raggedly than I look.
You tug more raggedly than you look?
Yeah, I talk. Yeah. I talk very presidentially.
Oh, you talk.
I talk. It's my Boston accent. My father was killed. Guess you forgot. From vaccines.
Wow, Dan, I feel like you're gonna hurt yourself with
the He would have died.
The lone vaccine shooter.
You see how thick my neck is.
I mean, yeah, like I don't have a thick neck, and I don't know what that feels like. So
I'm married to the woman who pretends to be married to Larry David.
Oh,
right.
She's great. I like her.
No,
Cheryl something.
Well, she's bad now. She's complicit.
No, she's a drinking obligation. If you know what I mean.
They're all bad.
All right, I'm back.
No, he's what? Okay, yeah.
You're insane.
Yay! Bravo! That was RFK. He's running for president. He's apparently
it was RFK Jr. Come on, Lose Jr.
He's winning.
Got together.
He's winning in the young demographic. I heard, Dan.
Yeah, we're doing ayahuasca and we're eating on it. And
all right,
I'm part of the Rogan generation.
Josh, question. giving like your professional background. Oh,
and selling portable
What kind of
laundry
professional
machines,
Yeah, portable.
so you could do
I
your
gotta
I'm stuck
Google
videos.
backgrounds that might be deliverable.
I mean, I think all of your professional backgrounds will probably apply.
Okay. Lay it on me.
And oh god. Okay. Now everybody went off on a tangent and now I lost my shit. So
Oh no!
That's because you got vaccinated.
probably.
You
Turn your-
fucking
turn your-
Roganite. You're such a Rogainite. Are you lacking hair, brother Dan? Have you taken Rogaine?
Mr. Junior, when you get elected president, where will Joe Rogan be in your cabinet?
Oh, wherever he wants.
That's a bottom.
I want him to do several things at once. I mean, he's an entrepreneur. He's a comedian. He's a podcaster. He's a douchebag. He's done all kinds of things at the same time. So I think he should be the Department of Health, Department of Unhealth.
Lay it on us. Forget these douchebags up above.
Oh my gosh. All right, Josh, if you gave all of these characters some sort of like mind
Venereal.
altering. Hold on.
Substance.
Oh, seriously.
Hey, it's just us. Fucking
Oh my god, what? Finally.
God.
Okay, I'm so much more relaxed. I'm like,
So
what? What?
relaxing.
Huh? What? Okay. Cool. Now-
So if we gave them,
If you gave all the characters in the book some sort of like hallucinogenic mushrooms or
2CB, DMT.
All right, I got to be part of this conversation.
probably is what I was thinking, more like more like massive mushrooms or DMT more specifically.
Okay.
What do you think they would like what do you have anything to say about, I don't know, what, anything?
What would happen if Rand took a giant dose of salvia?
Yeah.
He would go mad
Why?
because he's on the brink.
And
The DMT spirit elves would talk to Rand for sure. No, but what is
Well, no, but to your question, Kay, haven't we seen our guys almost be in certain situations like this? Like with Matt, when he's talking to like the weird eel people and the fox people, the snakes.
I gotta pay credence to Reese here with the tripping through the redstone doorway. You know, like there's lots of, I mean, Robert Jordan is nothing but a child of the 60s.
yeah.
So ayahuasca,
more like probably took acid on the front, like. So I mean, what is the question, Kay? I mean, I do like, I feel like this is an important one.
Well, I guess like what I don't know, I've been through a whole tunnel and rabbit hole of thoughts about what everything kind of means in the past like 48 hours, which has been a weird rabbit hole for me to go down in
All right,
a new
after the show, let's talk.
Yeah. Yes. But it's also been like this somebody explained to me what their experience was, and I have not stopped thinking about it. And I just and I don't know why I went right to Wheel of Time and was wondering about all these characters for some fucking reason. And what would they experience?
Like if we dosed everyone in the Wheel of Time, what would happen?
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're coming from now. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Peace in the Middle East, brah. I mean, I think that's what ceasefire now, motherfucker. Like, I think is what would happen. Just to tie it back to
present day, but I mean,
Would Rand even know that he was dosed?
Right? At this point?
No, not as if would Rand know? Absolutely not. No, he has no sense of self. No, the dude's fucked. I mean, he's totally fucked.
I mean, he's dealing with audio hallucinations.
Auditory and visual hallucinations. He's got another person living in his mind, 2 other people, 3 other people living in his mind,
But the
potentially
problem-
between Moradin, fucking his Aes Sedai, who's bonded him as a warder, and fucking Lews Therin. He's got 3 other fucking consciousnesses in there.
He's
Dancing
had a
around.
couple instances where there's been like a very hallucinogenic like attacks. He had his own images in mirrors attacking him, where he's going around shattering. But
Yeah, whatever happened to that? What the
well,
fuck?
they address it. They addressed it. Min actually addresses that they replaced all the mirrors. Yeah, she in the room, she mentions all those big tall mirrors, and she's like, this was shortly after Rand had broken them all, so they got them all fixed. She says it in this chapter.
Do they even have glass mirrors, or is everything polished metal? I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail the fucking podcast for that, but
That's
they use glass as a descriptor a lot of times.
do they?
How do they have
Yes.
question?
I mean,
How do
like
they
the Kalendor is like a glass-like surface, I think.
Crystal.
That they mentioned.
I thought they
But I think
described
they've mentioned it's glass-like. I mean, it is crystal. You're right, but anyways, regardless. We've had what drug would be closest to the flicker? Is that ayahuasca?
No. Ibogaine, maybe?
I'd say
So when you take Ibogaine, you relive your life and you witness all of the... Okay, so this is one of the substances I have not personally done, but someone very close to me has. And it's kind of dangerous because you relive every experience you've ever had. You're like, your whole life flashes before your eyes. And I feel like that's very much what the flicker was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like life flashing before your eyes over and over again. Now,
Mm-hmm.
that happening millions of times with different results, that's like pretty out there. But like that idea of like your life flashing before your eyes and you reliving experiences is very Ibogaine.
Okay.
And Ibogaine is super, like when it's given in Africa, like the shaman is like literally like on top of you, like listening to your breath and like tracking you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like
Is that
bring
the
you
one
back.
they blast into your face through like a bamboo pole?
No, that's the frog toxin or toad toxin. Did they do that way? I think that's the DMT. DMT is more. I mean, it could be DMT also. I mean, DMT is more like spirit realm, like elves, fractal, higher order thinking kind of stuff. But I feel like the flicker is way more Ibogaine than anything else. But that's just me. I did work for maps. I mean, I have an idea about this stuff, but
No, you're definitely an expert in at least knowing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Not necessarily through
I
experience.
might be over-informed and like not looking at it from the right perspective, though. So,
Why would you say why do you say that?
just
I
because
feel like you're the most knowledgeable, and like you can
of
speak.
what common people perceive versus what someone who knows things perceives might be different, right? Like, is Robert Jordan writing for the person who knows or for the common denominator? Okay, he's writing for us, so obviously he's writing for the person who knows.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. Is there anything else in chapter 27 that we did not talk about that you wanted to mention?
Yes, but not here. I want to talk to Josh and pick his brain.
I will say that the flaw in Kalendor says it's lacking the buffer that makes other sangreal safe to use, and it apparently magnifies the taint, including wildness of the mind, so long as a man is using it anyways.
And that explains why it's different for him to use it now versus before. Because Lanfear was there the first time he used it.
Because it says the safest way to do it is linked with two women and one of them guiding the flows.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which, based on Rand's lack of trust, is it?
Not to bring the show into our book podcast, but
Please
do. I do love Lanfear in the show very much.
Yeah.
Not only do I think they nailed her,
Rand did
A few times, maybe.
several times on fire.
I would nail it. Also, the way that Ishi and her's relationship is structured and how we see her role in the Dragon Reborn coming to fruition in the show, I think is much more explicit than we ever see in the books, but I think it's right in line with the books. Going along with what you're talking about, Brother Dan. Like, she was way more important in how Rand's ability to destroy the dark friends or the dark powered creatures via the attack was than is ever alluded to earlier in the books.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I hope that made sense. I feel like I'm not making sense, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I do. No, I do.
Rand would not have been able to do what he did when he attacked. What's that place called? Not the tower. The
stone.
The Stone of
Sure.
Terror. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Interesting.
Does that make sense to you, Kay?
No, all I could focus on was your string of like Jordan Con ribbons in the background. And I was
True.
super excited about it. And I was like, are those, what is that? Those are, oh.
I
And
think
then
everyone has such a bigger screen they're looking at than me. I can't see anything in backgrounds. I'm like, I need to zoom.
Well, that's what took all of my effort. And then I didn't hear anything. So, now we know.
Do you think Ishamael was important to how Rand was able to execute his defeat over the Stone of Terror? Or do you think he could have done that on his own without... sorry, not Ishamael, Lanfear. Do you think Lanfear was pivotal in the way Rand executed defeat over the Stone of Terror, or could he have done it on his own without her? And I think tying this back to what Brother Dan said is that Cad Swain warns Rand that
Kalendor doesn't work.
Kalendor needs a woman to help channel the flows.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't think that he would have been like anything near what he is without Lanfear. Honestly, I think that she's.
I think they captured that in the show really well, didn't they?
Yes, I think so too, and I think I think you're exactly right. They captured. So yeah, how I perceived it in the books, as well as how they did really that. Whoops. Well,
That happened
in the show. Second. And yeah, I think that they what?
Perineum is in the house.
Does someone say taint?
He's like, that's
I gave a jerk as if coming.
Taints my street
But
name.
to answer your question, Josh, quickly, like without me losing my train of thought again, I think that Lanfear is pivotal in Rand's like development, character development, ability to do anything powerful, ability to even see that he can do anything powerful. I think that she is like the epitome of the woman that like pumps a man's ego up, kind of thing, and gives him a lot of power
she
in the
floats him up. Does she
Y'all.
fluff them up?
She maybe does some fluffing. She maybe does some pumping. You know, I mean, I think it takes all strokes for all folks in all different ways. So
One power strokes.
Nice.
I'm not going to do all the things because that's
Brother
for
Dan,
we have TikTok.
do you remember Nike Airs?
Do I remember Nike Airs?
Yeah. Remember Airs? You'd have to you could squeeze or pumps. You'd pump the sides, and they would
You mean Reebok pumps?
Okay, yeah. Do you think anyone actually made them real tight and then fucked their pumps?
I wouldn't put it past
It's like apple pie in
Yeah. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. Like you get caught, you just get caught. You stand there, and then you got a shoe on your fucking dick.
You know, if TikTok was a thing back there, that would have been so many people just putting their shoe in the microwave for 20 seconds.
Yep, warming that up. Yeah, okay, that's funny.
What has happened?
All right, let's jump to chapter 28. It's Elaine. Elaine, she's hanging. She's not liking the Aes Sedai and the Kin are starting to get a little pissy at each other. The Kin's like, fuck the Aes Sedai. We don't even like them. Because the Aes Sedai is like, that one's a runaway and we should do something about it. And they're like, eat my gobbies.
Shorts.
There was they get a Lan says, Elaine, Nynaeve, I need you now. So they're like, whoa, okay, let's go. So they go over. Fuck. Vandine's sister is dead.
Wait, okay, so who says
Adelaus.
who is this that ran at the end of chapter 27? Rand barely heard her talking about Cadswain. He had hoped to use Kalendor again, hoped it would be strong enough. Now only one chance remained, and it terrified him. He seemed to hear another woman's voice, a dead woman's voice.
Yeah.
You could challenge the creator. So is this coming from Lews Theron's wife?
Well, how does he even know she's dead?
Well, that's why it makes me think it's Ilyena.
Well, okay, so Ilyena and the fact that they're Ilioners.
Yeah, that's fun.
Ilyena and Ilyaners. Yeah, okay.
Ilioners. It felt like there was to me, I went through this whole thing earlier today silently.
I do be an Ilyener, Ilyena.
And she is a beekeeper.
It just felt so what the fuck is this? Is there some sort of, I don't know. I went way down deep. I went through different
Look, when you have to puke out 50,000 names for your novel, inevitably some of them end up posted.
We're going to just match the fuck up and not have any reference at all. But maybe in a past life, he in one of the there's been apparently, allegedly, several turnings of the wheel before we got to this turning of the wheel from the time that Lews Theron died, right?
Yeah.
So we could conceivably think that there's a part of, some sort of version of Lews Theron and the Dragon Reborn at some point that named an entire place after his beloved wife that he can't stop crying about, even additional years later. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, butthurt. Lews Theron reincarnating and naming Ilyen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, this space is gonna just be you're now Ilyeners. This is Ilyener. I don't know.
The show does make me think that every time Lews Theron comes back, he looks down at Rand's hard cock and he says, "This used to be much bigger."
Wait.
That's what finally breaks Rand.
It's a dick joke.
Wait, I am Lews Theron. Fuck.
Oh my!
That's
Right.
amazing.
The fresh dragon.
Yeah, that's
TJ.
the worst part of reincarnation. Yeah, standing on the shoulders of giants, we call it.
Sitting on the shoulders of giants. Sitting on the hip bones of giants.
All cocks matter.
Yes, Toby, exactly.
Yes.
Like that, looking down upon Rand's hard cock.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I know.
He's like, what do we have here?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
You guys take a look.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it a baby dragon we born?
Now he calls this Kalendor.
The sword that's not a sword.
It's like it's always winter right there, huh?
Must be cold in the future.
The sword that'll never be a sword.
The sword that's a nub.
Oh no.
Derailed, I'm sorry.
No, that's the best thing ever. Okay, that's my favorite joke you've ever made.
So good. All right, that's 1 hour 31 minutes. All right.
Yeah, we'll find that one.
Yeah. All right. So chapter 28 is called Crimson Thorn. Sounds like a house in Harry Potter. I don't know if it's a good house or a bad house. Crimson Thorn.
Crimson Thorn.
They probably are shrewd yet noble. Some-
We only draw when it's necessary.
And yeah, Crimson Thorn is a poison that takes out our good, sweet lady Adelaus.
But it's it's like an opiate. Like
Ooh,
when-
sweet.
So, all right. So there is Nynaeve turns into like Dr. House right here. Has no empathy at all. So
I
I'm gonna
thought you.
read- I'm
I
gonna
thought
read
you said
Nynaeve-
she was going to be. Was she playing Lara Croft and writing on whiteboards?
Well, hold on.
Lara-
let me
Lara-
read
Lara,
what
Ryan.
she tells
Lara.
Van Deen as if I'm Dr. House. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So Van Deen says Adelaus developed a taste for sweet tea in Abu Dar. So here's Nynaeve, Dr. House. A little kills pain. This much kills, but slowly. Even a few sips would be enough. And then taking a deep breath, she added, they might have remained conscious for hours, not able to move, but aware. Either whoever did this didn't want to risk someone coming to see them too soon with an antidote, not that I know of one for a brute this strong, or else they wanted one or the other to know who was killing.
That's amazing. I could tell that you are doing the British American voice, Dan. Like
I was trying to. Thank you.
That's so great. You're trying to mask your OG British voice.
I was trying to get away from that.
Not Australian. Dan. Stop. You just jumped the shark.
Ryan, that's like a double dip callback. I love it.
Thank you.
But it says cutting a throat took less time than driving a stake through a heart. So the other person had a stake through their heart. One person was
Okay.
So there's laying there watching the other person drive a stake through the heart like a vampire.
We can't overlook the vampire parallels here, can we? Like, what is this fucking? I was like,
Yeah, I don't know what's going.
stake
Yeah.
through the heart. Like, what am I supposed to make of this?
Well, yeah, you're supposed to make it that you give love a bad name. Stake to the heart,
A bad name.
and you're to blame.
No, you're to blame, Ryan.
Well, yeah,
I actually
yeah.
was.
Always.
I was at like
I'm the progenitor.
How
Has it
come
been
Ryan?
a since I had a heart attack while eating? Turned out that steak went right to his heart.
What was that? What was that case today?
Nah, never.
Why is it
I'm
that
talking.
Ryan-
No, where are you? Where? All right.
Oh, look what you did!
No, look what
Look what you did!
You know, you can't take me
All right.
anywhere.
All right, let's lower it over, Josh.
I'm incorrigible. No, I deserve to be on the bottom. I think, Ryan. I think I.
Wait, oh, is that what this means? That I'm a top or a bottom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we're always riding you like
Submissive.
every week.
You guys dominate.
So Elaine takes her friends into Andor. She's like, I need to do this myself. Goes in past her guard. She's like, I am Elaine Tricon. I'm here for my job interview. I'm on the list, I'm sure. She goes in, she sees the throne, but she's not allowed to sit in it yet. It's like a hockey player that can't touch the fucking Stanley Cup until you win it, So she's like, I can't sit in that throne yet, but
Okay, I can't go past this drinking obligation without mentioning it.
please.
Nynaeve Sedai, Elaine Sedai. Lord Land says you are to come
Yeah.
once.
Once. Actually, I need another beer. Ryan, take over.
So
Is Ryan not there?
Elaine comes in. Ryan's there.
I'm there.
He's
I was
there.
muted for a second. All right.
What do you? So are we supposed to be afraid? Like, Dylan seems scary as fuck.
Right?
Yeah, but also like, Elaine has no idea what's going on. Like Rand thinks he's delivered her, but she's rejected him, and now she's in the more dangerous position than she's ever been in. Other than in the show when she gets shot in the leg by the Sanjin.
Yeah. She wanted to be an adventurer, but until she took an arrow in the knee. Yeah. It was tragic. So Dylan's either lying through her teeth or being honest about everything, I guess. And if she is honest about everything, then yeah, no, interesting. What do you think? Do you think she's like actively opposing her right now, or is she going to be copacetic with her?
I think there's literally no way to tell. I mean, these two paragraphs are like the most convoluted thing I've ever read. I mean to bond him my warder, she said, and went on before the other woman could more than blink in astonishment. I also hope to marry him. Though things have nothing to do with the Lion Throne, however. The first thing I intend, and she went on, Dylan began to laugh. Elaine wished she knew whether it was from delight over her plans or because Dylan saw her own path to the Lion Throne being made smooth. At least she knew what she faced now. I mean, that could have been the end of the book. And it probably would have been a better text.
Oh.
All right, now you're going to take Harriet McDougal and throw her ass under the bus?
No, Harry did an
Jesus.
amazing job.
But then we get David Hanlon, who's like the creepiest dude.
David Hanlon. Anyone whose name is Hanlon,
Uh-huh.
check their pants on the way out.
What rhymes with Hanlon? Nothing.
Handlin? Handlin?
Kremlin?
Goblin?
I'm handling that thing.
Nice. Okay. Oh, you can go old
David
English.
Hanlon?
All right, it's good to see the Black Tower Podcast fellas in the chat. Hello to Josh.
So
and
they are
Andrew.
torturing Joachim, our boy Joachim. He's had not a good life.
This is not a good situation he's in. No.
This is the guy who his family was getting killed every month, wasn't it?
Yes.
One by one. He was like, "Wait, no, I have a cousin.
We have one more half sister over there. Like, you go get her.
Yeah, my mom was adopted. I'm sure you can get her side of the family. It'll be fine." So here he is with this apparatus that a funnel is like nailed to his face, kind of. Well,
It's a
it's
weird
nailed.
block, actually, with a hole ready to accept the funnel. I mean, just to make the point.
All right. I'm actually offended right now. I'm being objectified and also diminished at the same time. I'm more than a mustache, and I'm not just a bonus. I'm the meat and potatoes,
What does
baby.
IYKYK mean?
If you know, you know. Wink.
No, you know. Okay, I'm so not alone.
Ryan, I think it was a compliment that you took it really the wrong way. I think she's saying mustache rides are the best.
Maybe is it just so magnanimous that like all she sees is the mustache?
Just own it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you had me a mustache, right? Is what she said.
Okay. It's like a photo in portrait mode, but only the mustache is in focus.
So they dumped an entire cask of brandy down his face. Dude,
All
was
right. Okay. Hang on. I know we have drinking obligations here, but fuck, can you imagine how drunk you would be?
Yes.
that would be the worst because you would be drowning in brandy. You would probably your stomach would probably reject it. You would be trying to throw up as it keeps coming in. It would be a horrible feeling. Like it wouldn't be cool. That would be. He didn't die from getting drunk. I mean, he did get drunk, but he didn't die from alcohol. Boy, he died from drowning. I think.
Wait, did he die?
Yeah. Wide glaring eyes stared at the ceiling and brandy trickled from his mouth. The big fellow still did not stop until the last drops fell from an empty cask. And he said, "I think poor Jacob has finally had enough brandy," Cheyenne said and laughed in delight.
Yeah, but don't know that he died. He could just be drunk as fuck.
Clearly, at the next Gathering Madness, we're gonna have to test Josh's cask brandy drinking abilities. Just lay him down.
Here's what it reads, Josh. It says, "Bubbles rose in the funnel as he tried to shout or scream, but the steady stream never faltered, and then his thrashing slowed and stopped. Wide glazing eyes stared up at the ceiling." So
wide glaring eyes stared up.
No,
at the
yeah,
ceiling.
they Guantanamo Bay'd him.
Yeah.
Yeah, glazing eyes. Yours one says glaring?
Who he had been. Yeah, wide glaring eyes stared up at the ceiling and brandy trickled from his mouth. The big
Mine
fella
says
still did not stop. Glazing? You say glazing?
Yeah.
Mine say glaring, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, glaring eye. Okay. I guess that does change it a little bit. For me, after he stops and he has wide glazing eyes staring at a ceiling, that's death. I don't. It's not that I don't believe you, but I do want to see it.
I want to see it. Wide glaring eyes starred up.
Ceiling and brandy trickled from
Star
his mouth.
red.
But no, I agree. I mean, the wording here doesn't imply he died. I suppose the man had it that he wondered who he had been. Who he had been.
It's right in the middle there, right?
Yeah, you're not getting any focusing. If I see it.
Yeah. Interesting. This is from the Amazon, from the Prime Video. Latest.
Yeah, weird. Okay. Anything else before we jump on? We gotta get moving still, guys. We still got shit. Two, three more. Two more chapters at least. 1, 2, 3 more. Shit.
Let's just hit the main beats.
All right. Cup of sleep. That's the melatonin flavored ramen. Oh, never mind.
I got you. BD.
Rand and Min are there. There's a husky boy there. Fedward Moore is a husky boy. He wears big boy pants. Quote,
we're big pan people. We're big pan people.
quote, goggling, the boy jerked. Does that work?
No. We're not gonna drink on this
right.
sad story.
Goggling the boy jerk? No, I'm definitely drinking to that.
Oh,
All right, how about in the bottom, hard?
I can't. I won't. I mean, if they're gonna be this good.
All right, Sorlia comes in. She has 5 Aes Sedai. She's like, all right, these women, they have done all the punishment. They volunteer to do penance. I think that they're cool, but it's up to you. Rand's like, I don't know. Fuck. Min's like, I think you should trust him because she saw visions that they would all be sworn to him or something. He's like, fine. He's like, why? Each of them gives a reason. One says, I want to study you. One's like, well, you are the Dragon Reborn, and you got to get to Tarmogai, and I'm a green Aja. I'm a battle Aja. That's what I want, baby. So they all kind of go. The other one's like, oh, it's only logical. They kind of go through their Ajas that way. He's like, fine, you can stay if you swear an oath.
Okay, so I mean, this is fucked up. This bit is fucked up. Basically the wise women have been torturing these ladies. This is like Guantanamo shit.
Oh yeah,
like turning them into like fervent believers of the Dragon Reborn. Like this is not good. This is like pinnacle human evil type shit.
Well, but to their credit, each woman had their own reasoning and did it in their own way, and which makes it seem less like North Korea style indoctrination and more.
Just they broke these women through torture. I mean, they broke these women through torture. That's what they did. And each of them has been tortured. Yes, each of them responded in their own way.
Yeah, but that's like just child rearing it to these people.
What?
That's how they raise their children too.
Child rearing come in.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Rand's a failure. Is that what you're telling us? Because he wasn't reared by the Aiel, even though he is.
I think Rand's a hero of his own story.
I think the distinction, though, is that here it says, quote, Arian was the first to ask to be beaten as you were sunrise and sunset, but now each has done so. So it was a voluntary penance.
I get that. But this is fucked up. This is disgusting.
Sure.
Agreed.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, we don't talk. The Aiel are like brutal. Very morally gray in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like didn't Min just get beat up by Sorlia for no reason in her POV?
Min?
Yeah, she's like, at one point Sorlia like just fucking switched her. Or something like that.
Oh, threatened to, but yes.
No, I thought she did.
Okay, maybe she did, but at least threatened to. She was going to bond at Ashaman as a warder. Yeah, I mean, like, who can trust these women at this point? And what does it mean that Rand accepts this? Like, who were we supposed to give a fuck about at this point? Who were we supposed to trust or feel good about? No one is a good human being. There are 0 good human beings in this chapter. They're fucked. All of them. It sucks.
Uh-huh.
I hate them.
Like a perfect dissection of what our current life is kind of like, I mean, not our individual lives as individuals, but on a whole, I mean, just like people can be really good, like individually. They can do individually good things. They can make good decisions as an individual on an individual basis for an individual thing that is for their individual purpose, but like as a whole, when we become people making a decision for people, we are fucked, to your point, Josh. That's all. I'm just agreeing with you. Sorry. That was
the tyranny of the masses. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're dumber together.
I like Fedwin more in this chapter. He's kind of a good guy.
It's not, if I was writing a fantasy series, this is not the truth on the ground I would be looking to portray.
The mercy killing.
Right?
That's all I'm saying.
I want to talk about
I
this.
don't disagree that it's reality, but there's a reason I read fantasy. And it's to not encounter this.
Yeah. To not encounter like the reality of what you
I'm
have.
not saying it's bad, but
But why do you want to feel that when you go into a space where you're supposed to escape, right? Like maybe you want that, and that's for each person to decide, which is great and beautiful that we get to do that. And also, you get to decide that this isn't for you, because if it's not bringing you into a place of like understanding maybe something more, or being able to understand something that can be morphed into something different, and maybe even evolve into a different reality for your own self, which can always happen, but it's not something that is always the perceived like notion of what is supposed to happen. So it's like, I can't do that. I'm going down, I think, too many different avenues here. But
I think you said it well. No, very well said. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but also I'd say like then fucking reread your Harry Potter books, because it's got a little grim and you guys are being babies.
I'm sorry, you've never read Harry Potter.
I read all of them.
Read it. It's very grim and starts out very sad and tragic and super trauma filled. That boy has everything.
Okay.
That I love.
Anyways, yeah, Rand had to do the issue is that he did it, and I mean that's a development of either his madness or his leadership or just the burden he's bearing, or is he's just being weird. He's a showboating. I don't know.
You didn't ask him to do it. This was Aiel Toe at its worst, but they decided it on their own. So Leo finally brings in there and says, "Well, I don't know. They did what we want them to do. You want them back now?" Yeah.
If I did this, would you, without seeing my hand, would you think it was a toe? Okay, let me do it this way.
Giotto.
Yeah, that looks like a toe.
Isn't it a toe thumb?
That
You
looks
do
like
have
a
a toe thumb, yeah.
I don't even know how to put it in front of the
So
camera.
Look at that little toe thumb.
Look at my thumbs together. They're soup. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Super different. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Weird. And does anybody else
Wait. One is decidedly shorter than the other?
Yeah, one looks like a toe.
Uh-huh.
This one looks like a thumb.
Yeah, look. This is the CGI graphics. Yeah, those are not normal. All right.
Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
What?
Huh? What?
I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I get it's literature. What do we come here for? What do we expect?
Just
Where is this book taking us?
Yeah.
Are we here for the
yeah.
ride, or are we here
for the grueling level of detail?
Experience something that we like and enjoy? I don't know. I don't know at this point.
I'm glad it's this. So Book 8 really made you question like everything. It seems.
No,
Josh,
everything makes me question everything, Ryan. This is just the nature. This is just the particular lens that I'm using right now to question everything.
I get that. I get that.
I know you do. That's why we get along.
oh, look at that smile on Josh's.
I know, no. Josh questions himself so much. He actually tattoos who he is on his body so that when he wakes up in the morning, he can remember. Yeah, like it's like memento.
Fuck.
He's like, hey.
Random men, they're like, let's go find Cat Swain. They leave the apartments, and within seconds, the thing just blows
Nice segue, brother Dan.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. They're gone. He's like, all right, more. Fedwin, more. Can I trust you, bud? He's like, with your life. He's like, that's what I'm asking. Take care of my lady. And Mid's like, that's the coolest thing you ever said. And he's like, bye. Runs off. Grabs the source. He sees 3 Ashamen. Dashiva, Gedwin, and Roshade. And Dashiva's like, there he is. Psh, shoots fireballs at him. There's fire going everywhere. Rand is like, I'm going to hunt these guys. I'm hunting. Never mind. But here's a cool little thing where he sees a black coat run by, and he just like throws fire down the hall. And it says, "My Lord Dragon," a voice shouted from beyond the torn stonework. "It's me, Narishma, and Flynn. I didn't recognize you," Rand lied. "Come here."
Lied.
"I think maybe your blood's hot," Flynn voice called. "I think maybe we should wait here for everyone to cool down." And Rand says, yes, slowly. He's like, yes, that might be best for a little while longer. There was no answer. Did he hear boots retreating? They're like, this guy's...
After he says he can hear any soft boot in the distance.
Right. Trust was a knife and the hilt was as sharp as the blade. Then he found pain. And that's the last we hear of Rand.
Then he found pain. Like, that is one of the weirdest lines.
This guy, it's I hit a little pain. He's like, "Hey, I'm pain."
Well, I mean, he takes out our boy Fedwin. So he mixes up a brew. So Fedwin, apparently from the blast, got some sort of brain damage that I guess you can't heal. I don't know.
What is this all about? And Rand kills him? Just puts him to sleep forever?
He's a danger. Yeah, he's like a...
Village could cure anything, Rand said. She knows more about herbs than anyone I ever met. I learned a little from her, which are safe, which aren't. Fedwin sighed as Rand took the cup away and held the boy to his chest. "Sleep, Fedwin," Rand murmured. It did seem that the boy was going to sleep. His eyes closed, his chest rose and fell more slower until it stopped.
Why are you doing this to me? I just put down my cat a month ago.
Well, did the smile never leave his face? I'm just kidding. No, but no, this is I want to. Why? What is going?
Yeah, what is going on here?
What is going on? Why did he just murder with
These
poison?
people are bad human beings.
Because he's going crazy and he's gonna hurt people. Case today.
I think it's the bigger picture coming to light for Rand. Like, I think that as like a person goes through an evolution of having to have responsibilities of certain sorts, and then you have to continue to have those responsibilities, then you eventually, like, a person can, and sometimes they don't, and often they don't, but sometimes they can. And I think this might be what's happening, morph into a person that has like the bigger picture in mind. So it's not about like these individual situations and anymore, like it was about that. And it always is about that at first, because of course that's what it's about. That's the only thing you see. But as you have to have more responsibility, and that becomes a broader spectrum of responsibility for a wider, group of people, I think that's just really hard to do. I feel bad for Rand at this point, and
Yeah.
sad for him that he has to make these kinds of decisions. And I think that when I read that, I was like, oh my god, this
No,
poor
yeah.
guy has
Yeah,
to. He's now like making the ultimate
Yeah.
decision that
Yeah.
he never wanted to have to make, and it never was fathomable to him 8 books ago. Or even 4 books ago,
Absolutely. Yeah. Well said.
not in his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Joe Biden puts down at least 2 or 3 people a day. Yeah. You never know. You didn't know this, but
Yeah, but he hugged.
I don't know that.
Sure.
Sure. I know.
And he rubs their head while he pulls them to his bony chest.
it's called the Oval Office because there's really no escaping it.
They
There's
run
nowhere to
this
hide.
forward.
Yeah. There's
He's dropped from the ceiling. Into Joe's bed. Why do you think his son's named Hunter?
right. Apparently, Hunter is like the most well hung like Biden this side of the Mississippi.
Hey, you got to have big huevos to do
Are
the
you-
shit that he does. You know what I mean?
You think he has a bigger dick than his dad?
No, I
it's
think
like
he's
a-
got big balls.
Oh, big ball,
Oh,
big
yeah.
The huevos.
huge goblin pouch.
I don't.
And so he kills more. Says, "Hey, yeah, yep, that's it. Seems like you're harder than I thought, hubba."
Love it when Dan tries to slip in.
When Dan tries to slip in, that's right.
All right, I'll drink to that guy.
Sorry.
This ends with him saying, "All right, Tame, go to the Black Tower. Don't come back. For real, just don't come back. I'll talk to you when I need you. I don't like you. Kindly fuck off." Tame's like, "You got it, as you command." And Rand's like,
But wait a minute. Hang on. So Rand's a psycho. He kills someone who's not fully in their faculties, and then he tells the guy he doesn't trust at all, get out of here. Like, this is our hero?
Right? Right?
Right.
Right?
What is going on? Like, no, this is not okay.
This is why we are dark friends, Josh. This is
And-
why we are dark friends.
Dude,
Because
is
this doesn't
she?
make fucking
Is
sense.
she's my bra?
Cool. Rand's the fucking.
We can assume that that he could have dealt with more. It would have taken a little bit of time. It would have taken a little bit of effort, but he could have done it in a much more humane fashion. This was a guy who was enjoying his life, as diminished as it was. He was building blocks. He was trying to build blocks with real stone that was using the power. But okay, you shield him. You monitor this guy. You let him build with his blocks. You give him some crayons. You let him make some art. I don't know, do whatever. And you let him be. You let him exist. You don't just be like, all right, well, boy, he wouldn't want it. It's like To Kill a Mockingbird. Not To Kill a Mockingbird. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's like
Right.
Suddenly Rand was chief, and he decided he was going to have to take out McMurphy. With
This
with
is the
Bella.
greatest comment. Dan, look at
It
this
is
comment
the
here.
greatest comment like ever, Mr. Zoe. Thank you. Yes. We have been unto this point believing that we were on the right side.
Yeah.
I
And
had
I mean, it's seen as a mercy thing. It's not seen. Min's like, oh, that must have really bummed you out.
And she got horny.
You did get a little horny.
She got super horn dog after that. She was like, oh, I'm going to make him feel better. That was so bizarre to me. That's one of the more disturbing things in this whole book.
Look, I mean, come on.
It was.
After everything we went through over the last book, we don't know that Robert Jordan's fucking got a twisted sexual desires. Come on,
Yeah.
dude's fucked up.
Did you ever see Crash, Ryan? That was Min.
Jeez.
Min-
I did, and that's amazing, dude.
Oh my god. Oh, I love you
Min
so
fuck.
much, Mistress.
Don't
Goodbye.
crash.
We
Okay.
so
Right.
good.
Final chapter.
Min
It's called
Hero.
Beginnings, which is, ironic.
Okay, so all right, what does that say about our community that Tom fucks and not Min fucks?
Oh,
I shouldn't have
What?
gone there. Sorry, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, because we like zaddies. Like it's safer to sexualize like older men than small like women. I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot of ways of looking at
Yeah, I
that.
imagine Min is like 5 feet, maybe.
Too.
And yeah.
All right, what did you think about the way that Min and Ishi's relationship is portrayed in the show?
Min and issues in the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Josh. This feels like
is
a
that,
whole
is
different.
that forsaken
show.
ground?
Is that
Forsaken ground.
ground?
I see what you did.
Nice, right?
I think you could grind 2 Forsakens together and make a spark. Uh huh.
Hmm.
I'm not going to answer that fully.
Oh man, keep me hanging.
Keep me hanging on.
Definitely
Oh, yeah.
feels like a different show.
All right, fine.
All right, we are almost done. I believe we can do this.
We can do it.
Beginnings.
Chapter 30 is called Beginnings, and it's a Perrin chapter. It's Perrin pretty much going and meeting with Masama, the prophet, the illustrious one. Masama has quite the array there. There's certain protocol. You don't call Rand by his name. You call him the Dragon Reborn. You don't call Masama by his name. You call him the prophet. These are real stickler things with him. But apparently people are coming to like either give him money or get blessed or something all the time. So it's no big deal for him to go. They go there, and Perrin is not liked. He says, quote,
Really?
I know about you murdering men who have come to the Lord Dragon. I know about you trying to carve out your own kingdom. Yes, I know about Menetheren, about your ambition, your greed for glory. You've turned your back. And suddenly his eyes bulge because there were Aes Sedai in the room. He's like, what? Witches?
Witches be bitches, maybe sometimes when they're named Perrin. I don't know.
Perrin is pretty much like, no, they're tame bitches be witches. They swear fealty. Are you going to do that, Massima? He's like, don't call me that.
Don't say that anymore.
Don't call me
You
that.
can't call me that. Mm. Mm.
But he's like, hey, no, Rand wants to see you. Hey, we can get to Kyrian today. He's like, nah, that's filth. No one but the dragon cues the power around me. He's like, fine, we'll ride. All right, let's go. But in the meantime, Fael is hanging with her friends. They get overrun by Shido. Bad deal. Fael's like, run away, run away, run away. She thinks she's going to do it. Suddenly, her horse breaks a leg. Wasn't natural. She gets derobed. She's naked in the snow. Her arms, elbows tied behind her back. Very, very submissive. Very.
Hashtag submissive and everyone.
I can't stop you.
All right. Before anyone moves on any further, this is a major announcement. This is fun. I asked Norman Garden how many times the word jerk is found in Path of Daggers. There are 57 jerks in Path of Daggers and 562 in the whole series.
Oh my gosh. Well,
All
I
right,
have
so-
a drinking obligation right here, Ryan. A man screamed and everyone jerked.
see, right, right,
Mm.
right. All right, so
I'm
let's see.
not understanding these statistics. Are there 57 words of jerk?
57 jerks. 57 times people jerked in Path of Daggers.
Right.
Yeah,
And but like that we caught, or that they
no,
what?
no, that are actually in the book. He could look it up with his Kindle. So yeah, there's one instance of jerked erect. Let's think of questions for Noman Garden.
Oh my god, I want all of the quotes attached to
I
them
know.
in a list. Email it to me, please. Thank you. Newman Garden.
So Fayo gets captured by Shido. She hears that Savannah wants him, and she's like, "Oh no, that's bad news." She also heard that Massima had been hanging out with the Shanshin lately, and they're like, "Why does that make sense?" Well, they both hate the witches, so maybe that's where they come into hand. It ends with her getting captured. She's marching with Shido, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta tell Perrin. Oh, I gotta tell Perrin about that Massimo. I gotta tell him." But it didn't work. And then we have an Egwin, ends with an Egwin chapter, and they are pretty much preparing for war. They form a gateway. Her and what's her name? Her keeper's name, Sheriam, says it has begun. The light willing, soon Elida will fall. So they're starting their war. We have Rand is now at war with some of the Ashamen. Egwin is starting her war there. Elaine is trying to become legitimized on the throne. Fayo has been captured. Perrin is in danger with Massima. What will happen next? Tune in next week.
When the wheel weaves, as the wheel wills.
But that's and it ends as most of these books do, with a one-page chapter that pretty much are rumors. Rumors are a bigger thing. We don't really talk about it, but Robert Jordan does use this unreliable narration a bit, and I think that these rumors that he throws in tells that the world is an unreliable narrator.
Dan, are the rumors flying, Dan?
Rumors are flying. What are they flying like, Frank?
What do you mean? You mean the chapter after?
Yes, chapter 31 after. It's always just rumors.
Dan, rumors are flying like threat of violence in Congress.
They're like, oh, great armies are fighting. No, rather, Rand beat the Aes Sedai. No, Elida beat Rand. No, Rand fought the Shanshin. No, the Shanshin beat him. Like all this stuff. And it does kind of, he emphasizes this fact that life itself is an unreliable narrator. And what you hear is not always right, including in the books. So, I don't know.
Or that myth is an unreliable narrator, and that what you read you can't trust.
True.
Yeah, and myth. Rumor turns to myth. Myth fades to legend. Yeah. There are 129 finger and 11 fingered.
That's got to be just in this book.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's at least 11.
Now in terms of, and you know for a fact that every fingered with the ed, the hard D at the end, ooh, those are all legit drinking obligations.
Yes.
They're 10 taints.
So this book is done. Kay and Josh, you did not like it so much. Kay, you didn't really like it so much either, I think. But upon reflection, what do you think is the next book is going to focus on, I guess? Or what are your predictions? Tell me your issues and tell me what can be fixed.
Reading the one-page thing summary here of A Winter's Heart made me feel sad.
Like sad to read forward, or
yeah, Rand al'Thor, the Dragon Reborn, is slowly succumbing to the taint on the Dark One has placed on Sidene, the male half of the true source. His Ashaman followers are also showing signs of insanity that once devastated the world and brought the Age of Legends to an end. As Rand falters, the shadow falls across a stricken land. In the city of Ibudar, the Sanshin, blind to the folly of their cause, marshal their forces and continue their relentless assault. And Shai'l Ghul, the Forsaken, join together to destroy the dragon. Rand's only chance is to hazard the impossible and remove the taint from the Sidene. But to do so, he must master a power from the Age of Legends that none have ever dared to risk. A power that can annihilate creation and bring an end to time itself.
Annihilate creation.
The of the Wheel of Time.
Oh man, I'm on the edge of my seat. Yeah, no, I can't. That's a nail biter.
Fantastic.
And there's going to be 1,200 pages of nothing happening before 4 chapters where it all goes down.
Yes. All right.
We should just read the last 2 chapters.
We should. We should just only read the last 4 chapters of the book.
We should read the
We'll
first.
be done in like 3 weeks. We'll be done.
The 1st, the 15th, the 20th, and then just like the last 5.
I can't wait till we're done with the series, and then we do the follow-up series where we read books that Josh recommends to us, and we just fucking shit all over him.
Yeah. I mean,
Just fucking take massive puppet turds.
Hey,
I think
dude, the authors I read at least
turd.
execute
So turd.
stories within 1,000 pages.
All right, I hear you. I hear you.
Turd
Hey,
for turd.
this has been the funnest 1,000 pages I've ever had.
And it's only 530, this book.
Let me smack you with it. Yeah, this
What
was
do you
only
think I dressed like tonight, huh?
Oh.
Right?
How dare you? How dare you?
No,
No, I'm excited to read the next book.
Thank you. I know.
It's gonna be good.
Next book hopefully will be good because I can't stand any more of Joshy Pies pissing and moaning about how shitty the book is. So,
Oh man, he
Come on,
blows up our
I think-
texts.
Dagger.
We get hate texts.
Hey, Tex.
Let me
Yeah,
at least
like,
not
what
like
the fuck?
something.
Chapters, they suck so bad. Think. Oh my god, what
Oh,
are you
what is this?
this?
Bonus points. Wait, it's coming back up. No.
Oh,
So,
oh, that's so good.
is that a dinosaur? Is that a
Honestly,
dinosaur?
really amazing.
That was,
Your
a,
kid
that was
Keith Haring? Jesus Christ.
it's Rigel. Yeah, Rigel made this for me.
Oh, he also did that painting behind you in your back left.
No,
course,
that's not
give
him.
us
Richard. He was actually a
sound.
teacher, but
Name Rigel. Rigel?
Rigel.
It's a good name.
The
Also,
Rigel.
of course, you have a child named Rigel. Feels appropriate.
Well, Jesus
Yes, sir.
Christ, guys, we
Like
finished.
You know what I
we
mean?
did. No, I'm excited. I've got the other book. I got book 9 on order.
All right.
There
Yeah,
we
we're
go.
gonna take
What book number was New Spring?
5
10?
Between 5 and 6.
Yeah, but what number is it actually in?
Oh, I
It
don't
was
know.
written, I think, after book 10 or after 9, one of the two.
Look at Wadaholic Aussie trying to speak in fucking. I don't
All right,
even
so-
know what it says. Morse code or something, probably.
Oh,
Probably.
someone put a heart. Hey, is Rigel named after Star Trek planet? Or the Is it named after the star or the Dominar? What is going on here?
Beta Orionis. Yeah. Orion's foot. But also Star-
Oh, Ryan's foot.
Orion's foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan's foot.
So the kid's going to walk around with always having toe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah.
Give me a marriage kiss.
What? Love you, brother Dan.
Love you too. I'm gonna go. I gotta
Are
go.
are we taking next week off, or are we meeting again next week?
Well, I think the week after is Thanksgiving week. So I mean, we generally do take a week off, but it's your guys' call, I guess. I can do next week.
Feels fitting
Let's
to
talk
start
IRL.
December,
We'll
but
talk
yeah.
IRL.
Let's say goodbye. Say goodnight to all the lovely people, and then we'll talk IRL. Everyone, thank you. It warms the cockles of my soul that everyone is participating. So
The cock of Ryan's soul.
the cockles.
No, I'm Robert Jordaning you. The
Ryan's
cock.
soul is a cuckold.
Hey, let me just say.
Basically,
Let
the
me
cock
say-
of Ryan's soul
Ryan's-
jerky
Ryan's
wrecked.
soul?
Yeah,
He's a cuck reborn.
He came for
I'm
this.
just gonna. All right,
Ryan's soul. I'm done. Chuck.
I'm so close to.
How is that, right?
I was
Read
gonna
and
do
fuck
it,
off, you bitches.
but nobody cares. So, read and fuck off. Mostly
Where-
Josh.
Ryan will
Where-
just sit there and watch.
What's going on with my
Ryan-
life? Speaking of questioning everything, I'm now